As fighter pilots, we are in a cramped cockpit. So a modern fighter doesn't have any extra fat. The F16 is a stripped down hot rod that was designed back in the 70s to dogfight. What they did is they made the cockpit extremely small. I think the average height it was designed for was 5'10". I'm 6'2", 210 pounds. In the air, you don't feel that claustrophobia at all. We call it strapping the jet on your back. So you really feel like you are merged with the machine and you're just one entity out there. We are pulling upwards of 9 Gs, 9 times the force of gravity. So weighing 210 pounds, 240 with my gear on, that's over 2,000 pounds of force squeezing you in the seat. So you have to be able to reach everything just with your fingers because you don't have the strength to actually reach up and touch the screen under those hard maneuvers. So what this means is the jet is extremely capable, but unfortunately we don't have a bathroom in there. And so that's where the piddle pack comes in. So the piddle pack is a bag that we take with us. Typically we'll take several, filled with absorbent beads in there. So it almost looks like laundry detergent, and you will unzip the flight suit from the bottom so we can zip it down from the top, or unzip it from the bottom specifically for this, and you can pee into the piddle pack. The absorbent beads turn into gel so it won't splash around and spill, and then you seal at the top and you put it into a little compartment in the jet. When I was flying in Afghanistan, we were having sorties as long as 8 hours. Key to success here is figuring out a time when you're not going to be busy, when you be straight and level for several minutes, because it does take a lot of work. It sounds simple in theory, but it's pretty tricky to do, especially when you're flying a supersonic jet aircraft. So you have to do it during a non-tactical phase of flight. So we have airborne tankers that are essentially hollowed out airliners filled with fuel, and that extends our endurance indefinitely. So whenever I'd hit tanker joker, which is the fuel we need to go off and refuel, I would set the autopilot. We have a real basic autopilot in the F16, just altitude hold, and then I would relieve myself, refuel, and then spend the time going back to the op, regaining my situational awareness of what was going on. Typically when we go out and fly, we will be a 4-ship or sometimes a 2-ship, and so we will number everybody in accordance with their flight position numbers. So if I'm leading the formation, I'll be 1. 3 is typically a flight lead as well, and then 2 and 4 are the inexperienced wingmen. In case you need to go to the bathroom would be racehorse. So I would say 1's racehorse. That means that I'm not going to be able to maneuver very well. I'm probably going to not be able to answer the radio call, so 3 is going to pick up the slack for me. And then when I'm done, I'll say 1's complete, and then we're good to go. Now, since I've been in the Air Force for the last 10 years, there have been a couple new initiatives. One of them is the AMX. It's a special set of undergarments that essentially has a jock strap in it attached to a vacuum. So you don't have to unstrap, you just turn on the vacuum and then you go, and the vacuum takes care of the rest. I've never been a fan of this because it's complicated. There are a lot of parts, there's a lot of preparation, a lot of cleanup. But I think one of the biggest benefits is for women, it can be very difficult to do the old school method, so that makes it a lot easier for them.